This is it, guys. This is the moment that I've been waiting for since the launch of Football Manager 24. This is the time for Rags to Riches. What is going on, guys? I'm Alvin here. This is episode 1 of Rags to Riches, and I am the manager of KL Rovers FC, and I can't be more excited about it. Those of you guys that don't know what am I talking about right now, KL Rovers is actually a Malaysian football team. They are currently playing in M3 League, which is the second division of Malaysian football after the abolishment of Premier League. So last time, Malaysian Premier League used to be the second division of Malaysian football, and after their abolishment, if I'm not mistaken, in the year of 2022, do correct me in the comment if I'm wrong, guys. Okay, so after the abolishment of Premier League, right, M3 League, which was the third division of the Malaysian football, became the second division. All right, so KL Rovers are currently playing in that, and in the real life this season, right, in this year 2023, they have actually got promoted to the Malaysian Super League, which is the first division, the first tier of Malaysian football. All right, so they finished second, they finished runner up, and got an automatic promotion to the Super League. Okay, so when we look at this, right now in Football Manager, we only have two leagues of Malaysian football, which is going to be the Division 3 League, which we are going to be playing this season, and our Malaysian Super League, which is the first tier of Malaysian football. If you guys don't know what am I talking about, JDT is is basically in real life, right? They've actually won 10 titles of Malaysian Super League, and they are controlling the whole Malaysian football. To be honest, they are the pinnacle of Malaysian football. Okay, all right. So yeah, as a Malaysian myself, any of the Malaysian that is watching, they would know what am I talking about. Okay, so JDT is basically our one of our main hope of bringing Malaysian football to the next level. Okay, so but in game here, right, last season, Selangor of all team actually managed to win the Malaysian Super League, and to be honest, that is a little bit shocking here. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is the game, right? But in real life, JDT have actually confirmed their 10th Malaysian Super League title. Okay, all right. So back to KL Rovers. Okay, so in real life, they've actually managed to get promoted to the Super League, and this is what I'm gonna be trying to replicate this in our first season here as the manager of KL Rovers. Okay, so this M3 League is also a very new league. Newly founded. I think they founded it in the year of 2019. So there's actually a lot of things that is changing in Malaysian football right now. I think to make it a little bit more interesting, and things are going to be changing in the near future as well. Okay, but for now, there's only two leagues: Malaysian Super League and M3 League. I hope you guys are still with me on this. All right. Okay, so this team is actually a very interesting project, to be honest. Okay, so they have a very good team. They actually had a. If you guys have watched my last episode, right, you guys will know the core of the team that I actually had. When I was appointed as the manager of KL Rovers, and since then, I actually had a preseason with them. And you guys must be thinking, it is the month of March. What am I talking about preseason? The difference of Malaysian leagues, right, opposing to the European League. Okay, for example, if you compare them to the Premier League. So in the Premier League, right, we normally start the season in the month of August. For example, in the month of August of 2023, all the way until the month of May of 2024. But in Malaysia, it's a little bit different. Okay, so the league will actually start. Okay, so the season of 2023, which actually, finished in last season, right? And you know what? Let's talk about this season. All right, so this season, right, the season of 2024 will start in the month of March, which is going to be, our first game today against Bukit Tambon. All right, so it usually start in the month of March all the way until the October of the year. So the season start in the same year and ends in the same year as well. So that is why I'm telling you guys that this is the season 2024. Okay, and yeah, I've done a lot of preseason with the team, and I have signed a lot of players as well. So without further ado, let's talk about the transfers that I've done to improve this team. So guys, if you look at the transfer history screen over here, right, you can actually see that I've actually signed a lot of new players. And to be honest, to be exact, right, I've actually signed 13 new players for the team. We only had about, 15 players when I was appointed as the manager. So yeah, that was the reason why I actually signed a lot of players. We needed the quantity, and we needed a lot of players to cover the position that, there was some position where we did not had a single player in. All right, so let's talk about the transfer out first. This was a transfer that, to be honest, I really didn't wanted to do, but the board actually took over the transfer. They accepted the offer. I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, so Fares Hafiz Azar is sold to Immigration. So Immigration last season, right? Last season was actually playing the M3 League, and then they got promoted into the Super League. Okay, so they came in with an offer of 15.5k. All right, so for this player, he was actually our best left winger. So when they sold him, right, basically I was left with no left winger in the club at all. All right, so he was basically our best left winger. And yeah, they just sold him because they told me that they needed the transfer. So they needed the money, so there was nothing I could do about it. But okay, we actually had a replacement when I signed Tana Balan. So Malaysian football fans, right, will obviously know who Tana Balan is. Okay, he has been playing football for a long time in Malaysia, and to be honest, if you look at this, he have actually been going around the whole Malaysian football. There's a lot of teams that he have played with. With the likes of Negeri Sembilan, he have played for Kedah, Sabah, Harini, and last season Harini was the champion of M3 League. So for me to be signing him in our team, right, I really hope that will actually help us, in our promotion run this season because, you know, yeah, in real life, they have actually got promoted to Super League and I really want to do that as well. So Tana Balan, if you look at this, he's 29 years old. We got him on a free transfer. We are paying him 19.5k per year, which is to be honest, is actually quite high. When we compare to the wages that we are paying for we are paying for our players. So yeah, but he looks like a very, very good left winger. To be honest, he is actually naturally a right winger. But since, Azar was actually sold to what Immigration, right? I've actually been, training Tana Balan to play as our left winger. And he will be our inside forward on support. And he will be our first choice left winger for this season. All right, when we look at his attribute, right, playing as an inside forward for this level of football, he is a very good player. And his physicals are amazing. He's super fast and I really think, he will be creating a lot of problem on the left hand side. I know, he don't like big matches, but he's a super consistent player. And I hope that consistency will actually help us to gain promotion this season. Okay, guys, so another new winger signed, Suhaib Kazali. We actually signed him on a free transfer as well. If you realize one thing, there's going to be a trend here. We sign a lot of players on free transfer. So last season, he was actually playing for Malacca in M3 League, and he have played really, really well. If you look at this, in 21 appearances last season, right, he actually have 9 goal contribution with 5 men of the match with an average rating of 7.18. So I really think that this guy can actually make a difference in our right winger, this season. Okay, he's a leading M3 League player and he have the potential ability to be a Super League player. If we are gunning for a promotion, right, these are the type of player that we need to get. Someone that is good enough for the league that we are playing here, but have the potential ability of the next level that we are aiming for. So, he looks like a really good player. His physicals are amazing as well. His mental, to be honest, the thing that I like about him is he actually have a determination of 15, so which is going to bode well, for the players, for the type of play that we will do. Okay, so one more thing, he doesn't enjoy big matches, but he's consistent. So hopefully that is going to be the same thing as well, as what we were talking about with Tana Balan. I signed our first choice striker, Ashraf Ali Yasin. I actually broke the transfer record of 14,000, signing him from Kelantan United, who was actually playing in the Super League last season. But they were relegated last season, and this season they are going to be our rivals for the promotion. If you look at this, media prediction of second, obviously they will be looking for an automatic promotion as well. So, this boy, right, I'm actually training him to play as an advanced forward. He have a little bit of a potential for him to realize he's already a good M3 League player and he's one of the best strikers in the club right now. Okay, and I think I will be starting him today in our first match against Bukit Tambun. All right, so when you look at his, attributes and everything, right, you guys can actually see that he's quite good. Apart from his passing, he doesn't know how to pass. So hopefully, yeah, he's gonna learn that, in due time. just I just hope he will do that. All right, so the next player that I'm going to be talking about, I know there's a lot of players, so I'll try to make it as fast as I can because I don't want us to be here for a long time, guys. Oh, by the way, guys, since this is the first episode of Rags to Riches, right, and yeah, I really hope that you guys can actually help me out and click on the like button. And if you guys are new to this channel, you guys want to know, you want to follow on this journey with me, throughout this Rags to Riches, right? Okay, do click on the subscribe button. By the way, this is not going to be a one club save. All right, so I'm going to be starting out in Malaysia. I've actually loaded up a lot of leagues if you would like to see, right? So if you look at this, right, I've actually loaded a lot of leagues, for this save here. So the plan is for me to start out in Malaysia because, as you guys know, I'm Malaysian. I don't have any badges or anything like that. So I just find it ridiculous if I just started in England, without any badges, right? Yeah, it didn't sound so believable, that a Malaysian with no badges will get a job in England. All right, so I'm gonna start out in Malaysia. Okay, so the plan is there's actually two plans. The plan A will be from Malaysia. I will go to the Japanese, to Japan, not Japanese. Okay, so I will go to Japan. As you guys know, Japanese league is actually a new inclusion in FM24 this season. So I've actually loaded up all the Japanese league as well. The J1, J2, and J3. All right. So the first plan will be from Malaysia. I will go to Japan. Spend some time in Japan as well, and then from there I will jump into the European, football. As you guys see, I've actually loaded up England, France, Germany, Netherlands, Italy, Portugal, Spain. There's a lot of leagues that have been loaded here, and yeah, basically the sky is our limit in this series. I can actually ended up anywhere. So yeah, I know, some of the leagues I actually view only, but once I feel that I will be good enough to play in Europe, I will load up all these players, all these league to playable, and we will see what are the jobs offer that we are gonna get, from there. All right. Okay. So now back to our transfer stories. So if you guys would like to, go on to this journey, through, with me, right? Do subscribe. Do like the video. If you guys like this video, right, there's that will actually help out, for this first video to actually go out, to a lot more people. So that will actually indirectly help me a lot as well. So thank you so much in advance, guys. Okay. All right. So we actually signed a new goalkeeper. So this is gonna be a backup goalkeeper for now. If you look at this, he actually have tons of potential. He's already a decent M3 league. Decent M3 league player, and he have the potential ability to be a decent Super League player. There's nothing much I'm gonna talk about him because, to be honest, I'm not gonna be starting him. This season. All right, so he's going to be a backup to our first choice goalkeeper who I did sign this season as well. This boy is currently our best midfielder in the club. Muhammad Rafi Fikri Muhammad Rosman. Okay, so we actually signed him on a free transfer. Last season, he did play for Malacca as well in the same league that we are in right now. He did not put a bad foot, to be honest. 8 goal contribution in 20 appearances with an average rating of 6.87. He's a good player, to be honest. When we look at this, he's a leading M3 league player, potential of a Super League standard. All right. So I know the only thing I don't like is actually, he's super inconsistent, and being a defensive midfielder, right? He actually have no physical strength. So yeah, that is something that I'm going to be working on as well. Trying to improve his strength, for time to come. He's only 21 years old. He have a long time for him to go in his career. So hopefully he will help us out this season. But in our first game here today, he's going to be missing it because he's out for 2 weeks. He got an injury, during a training session during the preseason. And yeah, hopefully when he come back, he will be an integral part of our team this season. Okay, guys, so Shazwan Tajudin is going to be our backup right back. Okay, so the reason I actually signed him, okay, first of all, he's a leading M3 league player. Okay, so which is great. Okay, but he can actually cover up the left and the right hand side as well. I know he's only right footed, but this is football manager. A right footed can actually play as a left back as well. I've done that in my previous saves, and it have worked well. So yeah, he's going to be our backup left back. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be playing with wing backs. I'll be talking to you guys, about our tactic in a while. So yeah, obviously I'm going to be playing them as wing backs. Okay, and his physicals are not that bad actually, to be honest. Coming off the bench, right, against tiring opposition, I think he will be able to do a good job, creating chances from the wing play, because our tactic, the tactical that play that we are playing, right, we are going to be focusing on the wing play, because we have really good wingers and we have really good wing backs in our team as well. So I really want to use that that advantage that we actually have against our opposition. Okay, so Bharat Kumar, I actually signed him as a backup to our midfield position because he can actually play as a central midfielder and the left wing as well. So he is going to be, for now, for the start of this season, right, he is going to be the backup to Tanah Balan on the left hand side, and I'm actually training him to play as a winger on the left hand side as well. Okay, I know his physicals are not that great, to play as a winger, but I think, right, coming off the bench, coming off the bench, again, the same thing against tiring opposition, right? I think he should be able to do a good job. He have really good stamina, so, yeah, it should be okay. I know he's 32 years old, but his physicals are still okay for him to be a backup player to Tanah Bala. Muhammad Haris Kamarudin is a player that actually signed from Malacca for 2.5k. So last season, also the same thing, he played for Malacca in the M3 League. I know he did not had a lot of appearances for them. Only 6 games that he played in M3 League. But looking at his attribute, right? As a central defender, he's actually quite a good player for this level. Okay, he have 15 aggression. His positioning is quite good. I know his marking is a little bit left to desire, but his tackling ability, I think playing as a central defender, right? I think at this level, he should be good enough. He have a little bit of potential for him to realize. Hopefully, he will do that and improve as a player for the seasons to come. All right, so he is currently, if you look at this, he is currently our second best centre back. Okay, so obviously he will be starting against Bukit Tambon here today as well. According to our coaching team, right, he is currently our best player in the club. All right, and I'm not going to disagree, to be honest, because when I look at his attribute as a wing back on support, right, he looks quite good, for this level. His physicals are amazing, which I think you guys can actually see the trend over here, right? I have actually, signed a lot of players with good physicals because that is where I want to win against our opposition. I really want to play a very fast-paced, game. Yeah, have a lot of fast players that can actually outrun our opposition. So hopefully, with not really good technical abilities, right, their acceleration, their pace will actually help them, to outplay the opposition, and really hope that that will actually help us. So this is also a player that actually played for Malacca United. I think, yeah, you guys can actually see the trend over here. I've signed a lot of players that used to play for Malacca because they actually have the experience of playing. Like last season, he had 23 appearances, for Malacca in the league that we are in right now. So yeah, he had the experience of playing in that league. All right, so yeah, I'm not gonna put past him, to have a good season for us. Hafizal Muhammad is gonna be our backup centre back. All right, so yeah, he is a very versatile player, especially in the defensive line, right? Because he can actually cover the right back position, the left back position, and the centre back as well. But for the time being, obviously, I'm going to be focusing on training him, to be as our centre back. All right, so he's going to be back up to our centre backs that we currently have, in the club here. And I think he's going to be able to do a good job, whenever we call upon him, right? I know his attribute is a little bit left for a desire. He doesn't look that great. Even his physicals for a centre back are not amazing. His strength, especially, he only have 3 strength. Okay, so but I think yeah, experience wise, right? I think he will be able to do a good job. He have spent most of his career playing for Terengganu, in the Super League. So yeah, I think playing a lot of time in the Super League, right? I think coming in to play in the division below, I think should not be a problem for Hafizah. All right, so Izrin Iswandi is the only one player that actually signed on a loan deal, and he is currently our best winger in the club, and he will be starting against Bukit Tambon here today. We actually signed him on a loan deal from, who did we sign? From Kuala Lumpur, and to be honest, Kuala Lumpur is actually our rival. Okay, so I'm not sure why did they agree, but they agreed, so I took him on a loan deal. And yeah, I think with him in the club, for us, right, in on the right wing, I think right wing is going to be our very strong position. Okay, so yeah, Izwandi, with Kazali as well, right? I think both of them are going to be, yeah, competing for the position, and it is going to be depending on who is playing better is when I'm going to be starting them. Because if you look at this, Farah Kazali and Iswandi, right, when we compare them to each other, they are not very far apart. They are very similar to each other. Iswandi is very good going forward. And yeah, but Kazali actually have better physical. So you can actually see they are very, very close to each other. And it is going to be as who is playing better, those players going to start. It is as simple as that. All right, guys. So stay with me, guys. There's another 2 more players to go. I know it has been a very long, transfer list because yeah, this team did not had good players. They only had 15 players, so I really had to do a major rebuild in the first episode itself. So there was nothing I could do about it. And look at this. Muzaimin Abdul Hadi. He's a pun basically that I signed. Just as a quantity to the centre back position, because to be honest, right, when I when I started my career as the manager here, right, I only had one center back in the club. All right, so I was trying to look for another backup center back. I was actually trying to look for the young center back that actually have high potential, but I couldn't find any. And Muzaimir was the next best thing that I could actually find for. I know his attribute doesn't look that great, but I think he should be able to serve as a backup to our center backs. And I think, yeah, he's going to be able to do a good job. He's a good M3 league player. If you look at this, he had played, last season, for Perlis United in the same league as well, and he did not do that bad. So yeah, hopefully, when he's called upon, he's going to be able to do a good job for us guys. All right, so we have a new goalkeeper. Look at this, guys. Leading M3 league player. And I know his attribute doesn't look that great. He's a sweeper keeper, which I will be playing him as a sweeper keeper because that is his best role. So although my initial plan was to play as a goalkeeper, on defend, right? Yep. I think this guy can actually help us to win promotion. You know why? Because last season, Harini, the champion of M3 League, right? He was actually their starting goalkeeper. He actually had 10 clean sheet, in 22 appearances, which is amazing to be honest. He's a product of JDT's academy. And as you guys know, JDT, they do produce some good players. And I actually don't have any doubt that this boy will be able to do the job for us this season, in between the sticks. So yeah, hopefully, he with his signing, right, we will be actually able to defend well, and hopefully we are not going to concede a lot of goals this season, guys. Okay, guys, so that is it for the transfers that I've done. I know it has been a very long, transfer list that I was going through with you guys, but I just wanted you guys to know what are the players that I bought, what is my plan for this team. And, since a lot of my viewers are actually out of Malaysia, right, you guys might have not heard of Malaysian, league and everything. I know in the world of football, we are not very well recognized. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted you guys to know the introduction to Malaysian football system. Yeah, that is the only reason why this video has been a little bit longer. All right, so yeah, and if there's any KL Rovers fans that are watching this video as well, do let me know in the comment what you guys think of the transfer. Any Malaysian football fans as well, what do you think? What do you guys think of the transfers? Obviously you guys might recognize some of the players that I've actually talked about here right now. Maybe they are from your favorite team. Like, for example, if there's any Kelantan United fan here, that want to talk to me about Ali Fudin Yassin. All right, do let me know as well if you have any suggestion of any player that I should be looking into. Maybe I can look into them, and if we can sign them, we can obviously do that as well. Okay, so when we look at the staff screen over here, right, actually when I took over the club, right, we did not have an assistant manager, no head of youth development, no set piece coaches, no scouts, no sports scientists at all. So I've actually spent the preseason to actually improve the backroom staff as well. And yeah, it is looking quite great, and obviously I will be improving the team as we basically improve in the footballing world as well. Okay, guys, so look at this right now. This is my manager profile at the lowest. Okay, so if yeah, when you look at the attribute, is abysmal. But I've actually managed to convince the bot to to send me on a course. I'm actually learning to get the national C license. So obviously, as the season go, right, I will try to grow myself as well. It's not only about the club, it is to grow my reputation, my qualification as well. Okay, so yeah, I know if you look at this, we are only a half star. I'm only a half star manager right now. So hopefully, throughout the season, I'm gonna be able to be a 5 star, a world-class manager in the footballing world. All right. So as I improve, as I get the national badges, or as I get the coaching badges, right, I will show it to you guys. I'll update to you guys so that you guys can actually see the journey that I'm going through as a manager as well. I know it has been a very long intro to the video. Let's just get into the game. Our first game as the manager of KL Rovers. Okay, guys, so this is the tactic that I'm going to be starting this series with. It's going to be a 4-2-4 custom wing play, and we are going to be playing with a positive mentality. All right, so when you look at this, we are going to be playing with a fairly wide attacking weight. We are going to pass into space, play out of defense, slightly shorter passing directness, slightly higher tempo. All right, so we are going to counter press to win the possession. We are going to counter when we win the possession. We're going to get we're going to get the goalkeeper to distribute to flanks, and out of possession, we are going to play with a high press, but with a standard defensive line. All right, so this is the team that I'm going to be fielding against Bukit Tambon here today. It's going to be Nazli in goal. Our four defenders are going to be Muhammad Fauzi, Kamaruddin Zakaria, and Muhammad Arif. Sarkunan will be our defensive midfielder, and as you guys know, Rosman is actually having an injury. He's going to be out for another 2 more weeks. This will be his natural position, and Nasharuddin will be our central midfielder. Tana Balan and Iswandi will be our winger behind Yasin and Mat Yaakob. Let's just submit the team and get into the match. Alright guys, so you know what? First of all, we will have to change the camera angle first. So we are going to play with a TV camera angle, and the camera height is going to be the lowest. Camera zoom obviously is going to be the highest. Okay. Oh, what am I? Okay. Alright, we are going to play with the key highlights only, and the match speed during highlight, I'm going to just make it into slightly faster. And you know what? Yeah, the replay camera, I'm just going to leave it into director. Okay, so let's just play here. Since it was on extended highlight, right? Obviously, I don't think this this highlight is gonna matter anything. All right, so now Iswandi is with the possession on the right hand side. He put up a cross. Mat Yaakob could not win the header there, but Muhammad Arif got into the loose ball. He is playing it long right now, trying to look for Yasin. Headed clear by Bukit Tambun's defenders there. To be honest, I'm actually expecting a win against Bukit Tambun here today, because we are actually predicted to finish in the 3rd of this league, and Bukit Tambun is actually predicted to be finishing in the 7th. So yeah, if we want to get a promotion run, right, and if we want to get promoted to Super League, we need to win this kind of matches against this kind of team. All right, so Muhammad Fauzi got into the loose ball, playing it towards Nazli. All right, so Zakaria with the possession, our centre back, playing it towards Arif, our right back, lost the possession. That was an awful pass by him, but Sarkunan got into the loose ball, and we are playing it back to our keeper here now, Nazli, playing it long towards Fauzi, our left wing back. What is he going to do? He have a lot of space for him to run. If you look at this, Bukit Tambun are actually playing a little bit more defensive. I think they are a little bit afraid by us there, They are playing mostly in their half, and Mat Yaakob got an amazing chance to make it 1-0 to get our lead there. But it was an amazing save by Bukit Tambun's goalkeeper. But we are going to have a corner here. Fauzi is going to be taking that corner, trying to look for someone in the near post. Headed clear by the defenders, and Yasin, I'm not sure what he did there. He got into the ball, but he just ran the ball out of the line. Okay, so now Mat Yaakob is with the possession for us. Passing it towards Iswandi, our right winger. He have space for him to take across. He tried to look for Tana Balan in the far post. Headed clear, and Fauzi got into the penalty box, but he had an awful shot there. Suhaimi, easy save by him. He's going to be playing it long, trying to look for their striker, but there was no one there. Zakaria easily intercepted his long kick. Now Fauzi, trying to look for Tana Balan there, intercepted by Zainal Abidin. Now Ahmad Nizam for Bukit Tambun. He have 3 players looking for his pass, but Kamaruddin tackle. That was an amazing tackle by him. And can we finally get our first goal here? Yasin looking for Iswandi on the right hand side. He actually have Muhammad Arif in the overlap, and Tana Balan scoring his first goal for us. Oh my god, on his debut on the far post. That is what we have been looking forward to, and Tana Balan playing as an inside forward, right? I'm not playing him as a winger. Obviously, he will be lurking around in the far post as well, and he did just that. That was an amazing cross by Muhammad Arif. He found Tana Balan in the far post. We have actually tried twice, in this game, trying to look for Tana Balan on the far post. This time we found him, and he headed it towards the goal. Amazing goal by him. Okay, now Muhammad Asri to Ahmad Nizam. Nick Aziz playing it to an Asri. Oh my god, that is an amazing tackle by Mat Yaakob there. Oh my god, that was an awful pass by us, and we lost the possession, but we won it back immediately. Now Tana Balan launching Yasin one-on-one with the keeper, and he makes it 2-0 for us. My goodness, Tana Balan from the deep of the midfield. He found a cross towards Yasin, and he makes it 2-0 for us. Look at that. Oh, that was an amazing cross by him. But Nick Aziz, actually, he should have done better there, Yeah, he did not mark Yasin well. He lost the possession. Yasin, one-on-one with the keeper. Obviously, our new striker is going to be scoring on his debut, right? Okay, 14k well spent. Now Tana Balan in the penalty box. Can he? Oh my god. He actually had the shot to take the shot, but he opted for a pass to Iswandi, but Iswandi could not make it 3-0 for us. And now we are going to have a corner. There's been a lot of highlights. I've actually changed it to key highlights, right? Yeah, I've changed it to key highlights. It's just that we are really good going forward. And my goodness, Yasin took a shot from the edge of the penalty box, but he could not make it his second goal of this season. Now, okay, Tanah Balan on the far post. I love what we are doing there. We are looking for Tanah Balan in the near post. This custom wing play is really looking well, and it's 1D. That is an amazing shot, but even an amazing save by Suhaib in the goal for Bukit Tambun. We are going to have yet another chance here to score our third goal, and Muhammad Fauzi could not win the header. Mat Yaakob got into the loose header, but he could not get the header on target. Okay, so it's going to be a goal kick here. Suhaimi playing it long, trying to look for Zainal Abidin. Both of Tanah Balan and Zainal Abidin could not win the header there, and it just went straight to Fauzi. Now Sarkunan playing it towards Zakaria. Sarkunan also, playing as a defensive midfielder, right, as a ball-winning midfielder. He have been playing really well as well. 7.0 average rating. Muhammad Arif on a 7.2 average rating. Tanah Balan, obviously our man of the match right now. He have already had 1 goal and 1 assist. Amazing start of the career. They are playing for Malwin, the manager of KL Rovers, and Yasin. Oh, amidst the defensive blunder there, he just could not score a goal there. We are going to have yet another corner in this game. Iswandi trying to look for someone in the near post, but he just could not get the header. Now Sarkunan, the highlight is just going to end. Okay, the highlight is going to start immediately here. I'm not getting any rest, for my commentary here. Is this going to be the trend for this series? We are going to get a lot of highlights. Now Yasin, he got past the defender easily. I'm not sure what the defenders of Bukit Tambun are doing. They're giving a lot of space to our attackers, and I'm loving it, guys. Okay, guys, so the first half scoreline is going to be 2-0, and I love the way we are playing. Look at this. We are totally outplaying Bukit Tambun. Okay, we have 54% of the possession, an XG of 2.63, 10 shots on target from 18 shots. That is an amazing. The only thing we should be improving on is actually our finishing. I know we are 2 goal up, but with the amount of, shot on target that we actually have, right, we should be doing better, to be honest. Bukit Tambun, on the other hand, 0.02 XG is awful. So I'm going to tell the team that I'm very happy. Obviously, what a 45 minutes that was. Amazing start to the career as a manager of KL Rovers. Okay, it's going to be a throw in here. Muhammad Arif playing it towards Mat Yaakob. Yaakob looking for Tanah Balan in the far post. Suhaimi. He knows what we are doing. He got off his line. He collected the ball, and now he's going to be playing it long towards his striker. Now, Kamaruddin got into the header. Now, Tanah Balan, look at how he's playing. Although he's playing as an inside forward, right? But look how deep he's actually getting into, to win the possession for us. Amazing, I really love to see what he's doing, on the left-hand side for us. Supporting our left back, our midfield, our defensive line as well. Amazing. Now, Muhammad Yusof for Bukit Tambun on the left-hand side. Can they create a chance here? He found a pass to Peter. Hamran Peter makes it 2-1 to Bukit Tambun here. That is a lifeline for Bukit Tambun to getting into this match. And I'm going to demand more here. We really need to focus up. I've praised the team just now, and I really hope they're not going to get complacent. We have been playing really well. Like I mentioned to you guys, 10 shots on target. We should have done better there just now. I really hope that we are not going to regret those missed chances in the first half. Okay, now there's going to be yet another highlight here. Sarkunan playing it towards Muhammad Fauzi. Fauzi taking across, trying to look for Mat Yaakob. Oh, Mat Yaakob, that was an amazing header by him, but it went straight to the goalkeeper's hand. Suhaimi, what is he going to do? He's going to be playing it long, obviously. That's what they've been doing, throughout this game. Now Zakaria got into the loose ball, playing it towards Fauzi. Fauzi now to Yasin. Yasin has been playing really well for us as well. And now Mat Yaakob, a chance for him to score his first goal, and he did just that. Our poacher, he's actually playing as a poacher, and he's doing well as that, That is an amazing goal by him there. But the credit should go to Yasin, to be honest. That cross that he had, right? He found Mat Yaakob's run. And yeah, but that finish is amazing as well. From that angle, he's gonna restore our 2-goal difference here. Okay, guys, so it's the 70th minute, and let's make a few changes now, shall we? All right, so what in this league, right, we do have 5 subs as well with 3 stoppage. So yeah, it's not gonna cause a lot of problem. It is almost the same as Premier League. Okay, so Nasharuddin, I'm gonna be taking him off for Muhammad Sabri. You know what? Let's bring in Bharat Kumar. He can actually play as a central midfielder as well, right? I think he will be able to do a good job as a central midfielder. So let's give him a chance. He's a leading M3 League player. Let's see, coming off the bench, can he make some changes in the midfield for us as well? All right, so Kamaruddin is getting complacent there. I'm going to be taking him off for Muhammad. Okay, so Muhammad, as you guys know, the guy that I told you guys just now, he's going to be the backup center back. Let's bring him on and confirm the sub. Only two subs done. Our team is playing well, so I don't want to make a lot of changes, right? And ruin that momentum that we currently have as a team here right now in this game. Now, Suhaimi got into the loose ball. What is he going to do? Why are we not pressing him? Okay, press him. Who knows? He will. With the pressure that we are gonna give him, right? Who knows? He can actually make a mistake. Now, Yuso, he have already assisted one goal there, but yeah, that was an amazing block by Iswandi. Okay, guys, another 5 more minutes for the regular time to end, and I don't think Bukit Tambun actually has in depth, to stage a comeback. So in our first game as the manager of KL Rovers, I think it is going to be a victory. Now, Yasin took a shot. Oh my God, the shot actually hits the crossbar. It hits the goalkeeper as well. And lucky for the goalkeeper, it did not went in after rebounded off him. Okay, all right. So another 3 more added time to go. And this is the best start that I actually asked for our Rags to Riches series. Look at this guy, 12 shots on target, 3.30 XG. We scored 3 goals from there, and I am so happy. All right, so with that win, right, we are currently sitting in the second position, which is going to be an automatic promotion from the M3 League. And to be honest, I'm really ecstatic, guys. So guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.